Hello, everybody. You are back on Life on the Real with your girl, JaniceDiaries, aka Miss Jan Jan for Real. And today we have the pleasure and the honor of having Leroy Scarlett on the show. How are you doing, sir?
I'm giving thanks. I'm giving thanks.
I
I'm happy to be here.
Yeah,
It's rainy in Jamaica today, but it's okay.
it's okay. I was speaking to Blacker Dread the other day, and
Mhm.
the weather was very, very sunny from where he is. He said he's on the hill, so he was enjoying the
Yeah,
sunshine.
yeah. Today is a bit rainy. I think the hurricane season start, so
Ah,
we start to
yes,
get a lot of rain.
yes, yes. I guess it's still warm weather. It's not like
Yeah, man, very warm. We still have to have on our AC or our fan, but it's raining.
yeah. Well, it's that's very strange because London at the moment is sunshine all around, and it
Is
never
it?
happened. Yes, finally.
Oh
It
gosh, I
has.
wonder how long. I wonder how long it's gonna last.
Yes. I'm wondering too. I hope not
It's a
for
funny
too long.
place. 1 minute it's sunny and then it just start rain or snow.
Rain is, yes, exactly. Congratulations on the tribute to the Legends album that's just come
Thank
out.
you.
I
Thank you.
wonder
Thank
what
you.
that experience is for you, because just going back through the history of the Powerhouse Band,
Mhm.
when Gregory Isaac passed away, and you kind of us, you were so sad that there couldn't be a film that celebrated his life. How does it feel now creating an album that is dedicated to one of the legends of the three?
To be honest, it feels beautiful. Trust
Mm,
me. This is something I did want to do as soon as he passed, but I was trying to do a documentary, but I did not get the support from whoever I was supposed to get the clearance from for the documentary. So
yeah.
I said, okay, I have loads of tracks with him. Yeah, I have a couple with Dennis, a couple with Frankie. I said, you know what? I'm just gonna just do all three of them together because the three of them is like brothers to me. So
Mm,
I feel so good. Every time I look around and see something to do with Gregory Isaac, Dennis Brown and Frankie Paul, it make me feel good.
yeah,
Yeah. This
yeah.
man, I wake up, there's a big magazine in America, they pick up on it, they do a beautiful write-up. That made me feel good as well.
Mm,
I'm trying
mm.
to keep them name alive, man. I don't want the name to go.
Yeah, and it shall remain alive. I mean, it's 2021, and people are talking about it because of that album, and are writing articles and things like that. And hopefully one day you
Mhm.
there might be a chance of a documentary if whoever has the say releases the power.
You understand?
Yeah. So how
I'm hoping. I'm still waiting for that.
yeah, it might come through. Who knows? It
Yeah.
might come through. I'm intrigued by and you said all of the three, Dennis Brown, Frankie Paul, they're all like your brothers. What the community in Jamaica is like, because speaking to some artists, and definitely from speaking to Black Dread last week, I'm just like, everyone knows each other. How does
No,
everyone has a link with with all of these great artists. And I think from the outside, you always think people work in
it's art.
isolation, but actually
Yeah.
everyone knows each other, and there's this an amazing collaborations between the in the reggae community.
Well, to be honest, reggae music it's like a food for us.
Mm,
Yeah, we're hunger feed. So everyone who is in it and doing the right thing, we try to find them, you know, give them some support, show them some love, and let them know we're all on the same journey. Keep it up.
yeah.
Blackout, leave London and come Jamaica. I know him for years, but
Mm,
now linking up with him in the studio and we start to record songs and do things together, and then we link with Anthony Red Rose, Bulby, and Fata. So we just
mm,
said to ourselves, we're gonna form a union, just to make sure whatever we have to do to keep the reggae music alive, that's what we're doing.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
So all of the artists who is on the positive part, we make sure we're friends. radio
Mm.
DJs. The one on the wrong part will still have to try to get them over on the right side as well, you know.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it's a love from his music. We're all in it. So you know, it's a love really.
Yeah, no, I think it's very beautiful because in the culture now, there's a lot of you know, beef culture, you know, when people don't get along and people make music against this person and then you know, it
Yeah, I
all goes along.
understand. I know what you mean. I know what you mean. But you see, that beef thing is for the younger generation. Yeah, I
Yes,
don't want to
yes.
call no name, but that beef thing kind of get watered down now because people all over the place. You get me? Things start to happen, bad things start to happen. Who get
Mm,
locked up, some of them run away and stuff like that. So some of them now kind of realize, all right, you know, this is the wrong road we're taking, you know, and they start to cling to the smart ones, start to cling to the elders.
yes,
Yeah,
yes,
that's what they
yes.
should. That's what they should do in the beginning. But you know, they're very disrespectful, most of them, and they don't listen. But
Mm, mm.
you know, they're learning the hard way. Yeah,
Yes, yes. I think
they're
it
learning the hard way.
sometimes it takes us a while, it takes,
Yeah,
younger people a while to know that, when the legends speak, they're not speaking because they are hating, they're speaking because they've lived and breathed the
right,
experience and know that in
right.
order to make music that lasts, it has to have these elements because the music that you're making, I mean, Reggae Powerhouse Band, that series one is a playlist that I will always
Okay,
be
thank
playing
you,
that music. It's so good,
thank
and
you.
it's something
Yeah.
you can just turn on and
Mhm.
just relax. Oh, especially on a
Thank you.
sunny day.
Ah, thank you, man. Good to know.
Yeah,
Good to
no,
know.
so good. One of my favorite is Love for the Woman. Um,
Beautiful track.
Love on the Woman and Johnny Be Good.
Beautiful track as well.
Yeah, yeah. Tell me about the I was reading about your life. There was a really nice article that islandstage.com did about you and talking
Is it?
about the history, talking about how when you were younger, you were doing everything just to be around the business, just to make music. And you finally, you thought about having a dance and you
Yeah.
worked hard to
Ah!
get money to have this dance in the neighborhood and
Yeah.
made $50 and still I mean tell
Yeah,
me
that
tell
was
me about that story. That was the grassroots.
yeah, that was a very long time ago. I can't
Mm,
remember what age I was, but whoa, still in the 80s. But anyway,
mm,
that dance, I used to be a box lifter, Kilimanjaro, follow the sun here and there, and
yeah.
you know, we build the son. I watch the son build from scratch. Because Mr. Noel Harper is my neighbor,
Mm,
right? So I live like about 3 doors away from him. So, you know, we're playing out and I see people making money and I said to myself, well, you know what, I would like to keep a dance. But them times the government used to give out some work to clean the road. You
mm.
know, in Jamaica we call it crash program. Yeah.
Okay,
So
okay.
somebody hooked me up, earned a $50. When I go collect the $50, I was like, wow, okay, I am gonna keep a dance. And my friends, I'm like, oh, you're gonna keep a dance with $50? I'm saying, I'm going to Mr. Harper and I'm gonna tell him I want to keep a dance. So
Mm.
I went to Noel Harper and I said to him, you know what? You know, I make some money. He said, how much money you make? I say, $50. He laugh and say, well, that's a start. I said to him, how much would you play for me for a dance? He said to me, he normally do for 250. I said,
Mm.
okay. I said, I have $50 and I want to keep a dance. And look at me and like, how it's gonna work? How are you gonna get the drink? How are you gonna get the goat? How are you gonna get the rice and
Yeah.
the rest of the ingredients to do this dance? And I turned around and said to him, my dad have a grocery store. And I said, but Mr. Harper have a grocery store. Just talk to him, man, and let him give me the stuff, the man consignment. And he'll laugh and say, you something else, yes. And he did speak to him,
Mm.
and I get everything for the dance, you know. And boom, we put the dance on, and that was until today. I'm trying to do a dance like that, and it can't happen.
Can't happen.
No, the turnout I get for that dance was crazy.
Wow, 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 wow.
Just man, I was like, still a little, I'll say a kid, you know, walking around in the session. My mommy at the bar, my dad at the gate. Yeah, and I'm just walking from to and from, back and forth. Yeah, and in the morning when they finish pay everyone, I see the amount of money in front of me. I'm like, what?
Mm.
And I'm still trying to keep another dance like that until today, and I can't.
Because you worked hard. That $50, you worked hard for it.
Just,
It had to work that way. But it seems though that, you know, even that history, even from how you come up, there is the passion for music, but also the passion to really hustle in the game, to not only, you know, 1987, you have your own single, and then you decide, actually, no, I want to be a producer. You know, you had the passion for the industry, but also being able to move around and not just be one thing. I mean, tell me where your love for music really took off, that this is something that I want to do. You know, I want to dedicate. I don't want to be a doctor. I don't want to, you know, I don't want to be a engineer.
Well, it started very early.
Mm.
Very, very early. My dad, in my community, you know, in Jamaica, I don't know if you know Jamaica South really, but in my community, it's Upper St. Andrew, very close to St. Mary.
Mm.
So them times, electricity was not in my zone.
Wow.
It was like 6 miles away in the square. So my dad friend went away on farm work, and he bring back a little record player. I don't know if you remember those little record player.
Yeah, I've seen them. My dad has shown me pictures.
Yeah, so he bring back one for my dad and bring back about 5 or 6 records. That's the only records we had. And I remember he used to go to the grocery store. He used to work with the Chinese. The Chinese have a thing with a car named Japan.
Mm.
There's a number thing, you buy the number, if you win, you get paid. So my dad used to be like the banker. So every weekend, I go to the grocery store with him, hang out with him. So when he chatting to his friends and doing what I'm doing, I am the one who playing the changer. And while we're playing, I have a friend of mine, we just dance all night, play music and dance all night. Yeah?
Wow.
And trust me, since then, every time I hear music, even if it's 5 miles away from home, I am walking to the music.
Wow. Yeah. Yeah.
I have to find the dance. Shoes or no shoes, I'm going. Yeah.
That is deep.
Yeah. Just me. So, you know, I start hunting. There was a little band in my community by the name of Grassroots. Every time I hear pong pong, I just run out my yard and find it. The next sound system called Kilophonic. That's where I work. My first time I actually tried to sing on a set.
Wow.
Is Kilophonic. We did not have a microphone. But the guy who owned Kilophonic used a little speaker. We call it tweeter.
Oh, and you have to just sing into it.
Listen, somehow he reversed the sound. So we're singing to it and start hearing come back out to the bigger speakers.
Oh, wow. Wow.
Them time, you have a DJ by the name of Big Joe. I don't know if you know that DJ. Yeah, he was, Big Joe is from my community. And he was like one of the top DJs in them time.
Wow.
So every time he come in the neighborhood, yeah, we just want to hear that in the neighborhood, wherever we in school, wherever we're finding the location, Kilophonic, where Big Joe hang out. You know, so it's a long story, man. It's from, I was about 5, 6 year old, and I never stopped tracing it.
Wow.
Until today, I'm still tracing it.
Wow. Wow. And your that's amazing, because that's authentic love for music that it, come rain or thunder, hear the music, you are there. I wonder your family, your dad, were they how did they feel about your commitment to the dance?
Well, my dad on the other hand, no, he don't mind me going to the dance, but he's saying, listen, if you not playing like the selector for the song or artist, I don't want to see you no dance no more. If I ever see you and you're not playing that song or holding the mic. So I personally give it to my dad, because the first time I hold the microphone on Kilimanjaro, yeah, he actually banned me from going to the dance. And I said to myself, I have to go to this dance.
Yeah.
And he said to me, if you ever go to the dance, because there was 2 youth in the community who used to chat on Kilimanjaro, very close neighbor. So one of them now, they actually kept a dance with Kilimanjaro. And I say, the man eyed my shoes. He make sure I hide my clothes. I say, I have to go to this dance. I remember my sister, my bigger sister. Actually wear the same size, so I take away our sneakers. Yeah.
Wow.
And I go to the dance. So I stand up next to Noel Arpano, because he was a selector for the song. And when he take the record off, I would take the record from him and put it into the jacket and pack it in the selection what get played already. And something said, look around. So when I look behind me, I see my dad stand up behind me. My dad was a little rough, like a little gangster man, stand up behind me with 2 Heineken in this hand and 2 Heineken in the next hand, and they stand up, breathe, both like, me and you tonight. I said, wow. The song what was playing, I never forget.
Yeah.
That's why I have to love Gregory's. Gregory Isaac for me all the way.
Wow.
It was a Gregory Isaac song called Whoa, Mr. Brown. Whoa, Mr. Brown's banana. I never forget that. Yeah. And when the selection playing, I touched Mr. Harper and I said to him, give me the mic. And he started looking on my phone like, all of a sudden, he just want a mic. And I said, give me the mic. But he don't know. I have to do something because my dad are going to kill me.
He's just thinking you are in the moment.
Yeah. So he gave me the mic. And I said to him, flip over the song. And he flipped over the song. And I started to chat. As far as I'm concerned, it was a pack of crap. But I started to DJ, free Mr. Brown, him on the general. I come, whoa, Mr. Brown, him on.
That's a vibe. That's a vibe.
When the song stopped and I look around, my dad walk away and shake him head. And from then, I get my license for session. Legal to go dance.
Legal. Wow. You made it happen.
Legal.
Thank God your voice just came out. You had to pull it out.
I have to. I can't live without music, so I have to do something. And since then, every time I hear a sound system, I don't care where you're from or which DJ's on that song, I'm asking for the mic.
Wow. Yeah.
I remember when I was about 12, 13, I was playing a song named King Atani. And King Atani is the first time in my neighborhood. And I was there like from about 4 o'clock. And this man rocking the mic all night. He would never take a break, Yeah. I remember go over to him and beg him a piece of the mic, and him say, him look at me and laugh and say, your time soon come, man. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
And rock the dance. He started rock the microphone from about 5 in the evening till about 6 o'clock in the morning. And I said, wow, and I stand up and never move. Yeah. I watch him. I say, yeah, man, this is what I want to do.
It's so interesting hearing you speak, because even in your face, I can tell the passion is real. A lot of people, they talk about music and they love music, but the things that you had to do, and just being there, just being in the presence of music and musicians meant it feels like it really did mean a lot to you. But tell me about meeting Tyrone Downey and having the opportunity to then audition.
Tyrone Downey, we happen to be neighbors because I moved from this the community where I grew up in I moved to a place called Stone Hill. You know, I have a cousin by the name of Tristan. He used to live in the States, so he moved back to Jamaica. And when he come back to Jamaica, he like, you know, tell us to come and stay with him and another cousin. So Tyrone was like 5 doors away from we, right?
Wow.
My cousin was the, how could I put it now? This man is something else. He have the whole Jamaica looking at him. He was a real big man in Jamaica. I was driving Rolls Royce at the time in the 70s, you know? So Tyrone and him, his brethren, but I know was the little youth who did the yard, who wash the car, you know, go to the grocery store and stuff like that. So, you know, Tyrone is a man he said to me, I like how you move, you know, so more time I have something for do around my house. He said, Lee, come over my house when you finish and, you know, and clean up the equipment and clean, washing car as well. And I remember now the first time I attempt to produce, that's something else. That's we do something real stupid. I want to do it so bad.
Yeah.
I did not take the time out to investigate the whole thing, how it really worked. So I actually go in the store and buy a vinyl and go to the sound system and transfer it to a cassette, the rhythm to a cassette.
Ah, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And take it in the studio. Fata Marshall from Fat Eyes, he was the apprentice engineer. Yeah. And we, in the studio, we transferred from cassette to the 2-inch 24-track tape. And we put the vocal in it. We mixed the tune. We did not know anything about distortion, not sounding good, nothing, yeah. It was an eager thing.
Yeah.
So when I went to Tough Gun, and there was a guy by the name of Spider, he was the king of mastering music. And when he put the thing on, he looked around at me like this. And he said, who did this? Which engineer did this? I said, Fata. Yeah.
It's like, who's this?
Look at us. Yeah, him look at us and him shake him head and him say, I can't see you really want to do something, but you have to do it properly.
Wow.
You have to get the musicians them to lay the rhythm properly. Yeah, so just sort the thing out, and when you have it right, and I come back and see me, so I go and I see Tyrone and I tell Tyrone, and he's like, you should have told me, man, why you never asked me and thing, you know? My first rhythm track, Tyrone, Downey and Clive Hunt, they play the track and they give it to me.
Wow.
You know, so for me, Tyrone is a brother, you know, in many ways to me, you know, and he had the studio and from him studio to the home and wherever you see Tyrone, see me them time, you know. So he actually played a big part in my musical career without even knowing, because I'm a quick learner, yeah, and I observe a lot. So whatever they doing, I'm watching. The only thing I never practice is to, you know, play music, as in get a real passion for play. But yeah, man, Tyrone, that's my brother again.
Wow, that must have been a huge turning point. You know, having to do, being so eager to do everything, getting the record, cassette, everything, and then having someone go, what is this? And then you're like, okay, so you have to really think about, you have to do this work properly.
Yeah.
You can't just go with the excitement.
And I didn't feel bad. I just said to myself, you know what? I have to get the tracks them.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And I just go get it, and from Tyrone to Sly and Robbie, I met Sly and Robbie at the Music Mountain Studio the same way, and you know, again, I'm the little guy who like to run and take the bass guitar out of the car, put it in the studio, take his bag, and slide drum kit. Yeah, so again, me and them get real close, you know, and they start teach me and tell me, you like music? So if I start singing, I remember one day, Robbie went to the grocery store, and I am the engineer in the studio. And I said to the engineer, run that track, I like the track. And he said, what are you saying? So run the track, and then run the track. And I start to sing like Leroy Smart.
Yeah.
And when I finish record the track and Robbie come and hear it, Robbie asks the engineer, so where Leroy gone? That's Leroy Smart. Yeah? And Fata tell him, no man, it's not Leroy Smart. It's him sing the song. And man, I said, you're crazy or what? Yeah, so that's where I started. And he said to me, any rhythm track I hear and I want to sing on it, just sing on it. So that's why I get my first single out with Taxi Record, Murder, you know. So since then, me and Robbie becomes very close. Me and Sly close, but Robbie closer.
Wow. Wow. I mean, you've since, produced so many albums, whether it's Judgment Time, Dimension of Music, Prophecy for Easy B. And why not you singing? Do you ever think you will go back on the mic?
Okay, last year I did. Year before last. And the my brain just go blank. Sorry about that. And the album I just put out, right?
Yeah.
The Reggae Power Series 1. I actually have 3 songs on the album.
Which one? Did I if you remember?
I do remember. I done a track with Black Huru and I was waiting and Sizzler to do a collaboration with the Black Huru track, and he keep messing me about. And one day I just go in the studio and I say, you know what, run the track, and I just do it myself.
Wow, yeah.
So that track with Black Huru is I DJing at the end, and Watch and Peep. There's a song on the album.
Yeah, Watch and Peep. Oh, okay. Yeah. I didn't know that. I was just listening without knowing. The only artist because I'm a big fan is Sizzler. Okay. And then I didn't know that you were laying down the vocals on any of them. That's what I was thinking. I was like, oh, would you ever do an album or anything?
Yeah, man, I still do it, and I start to get serious passion for it. But I'm trying to show these kids that age is just number. I done a single with Luciana the other day called Done Dead Already. And it was jumping the chart in France. Yeah, number 4. Yeah, we're supposed to do that video now for the song. But I think Luciana kind of, not too happy with the ballad and the Rasta thing, So I tracing him to get the video done. Yeah, but I can feel the energy, like the song bad, but I'm not feeling the ballad thing and the Rasta, You get me? So he don't say it to me, but in the song, I tell him, don't watch me age and don't watch me head.
Yeah. I like that. Yeah,
I'm still on it, man. I'm still on it. And I'm definitely going to do an album. I have to.
You have to. Yeah. You have to. I like that you're mentioning about, really schooling the youth and talking about reggae music. And I saw your conversation with Don Dada about, that specific topic of, what you think of reggae music now. Are there any new artists that you're like, okay, I can listen to this, or they have taken the notes from the legendary playbook of reggae music?
Okay, there's a few I want to tell you, right? There's a lot of new one who are willing to listen, and they're going real hard. I Am Black and working now, and we're Busy Signal, Bounty Killer on the track, and we have like 17 youngsters, and they're going real hard. We have some very wonderful female as well, very cultural. If you hear them, you'll never believe it, but the best vocals. They are the ones who are willing to listen and learn the business the right way. So we are working with them. I have a female now from Trinidad. I just signed her. She's one of the lead singers for the Reggae Power Band. We just finished an album. I Am Black. I just finished an album with her. And the male lead singer in the band is her boyfriend.
Wow.
Yeah.
Nice.
So we'll link the 2 of them together, but the female is much more powerful than the male. Yeah, I know it's gonna cause some jealousy, but we have to.
It's in the family. It's in the family.
Yeah, it's in the family. That's why I said to the husband, don't feel bad when we start to pay her a lot of attention because she have the potential to do anything musically, you know?
Mm, mm,
And he's like, yeah, 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 but I can hear it. Okay. So I get sidestep now and she's gonna go on the lead. But it's just one of them things. She's very, 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 very talented. So we have a lot of youth here where I would listen to. I am working with. I
mm.
just put a new label together called New Sensation. I signed 5 young youths. They're in their teen,
Wow.
14,
Yeah, yeah.
15. Yeah. My grandson, he just 13, you know. I have 2 grandsons who really love the business. So I'm pushing them, you
Wow.
know.
Yeah.
So yes, you have youths who want to do it and do it the right way.
Mm,
One of the guy who actually the biggest one in the group, he loved the gun song and the slapness and blah blah. So I don't say nothing. I put him in the studio and I let him voice the gun song and I
mm,
let him voice the slapness. And then I just said to him, hey, now you have to go reconstruct the song and turn it into something beautiful for the world to listen. Cause I'm
mm.
not making any song with a radio can't play.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, and they take the song and they go home and believe me when they come back with the song. I said, look at that. I said, why I
Mm,
never do this before? Them say, boy, this is all I know, the street, blah, blah. So you just have to groom them as long as they're willing to listen.
yeah.
You just help them, work with them, don't make them feel bad about themselves. And,
Mm,
we will have some wonderful teenager in the business if we keep doing what we're doing right now.
yeah. Yeah. I mean, I think that's the best way, isn't it? Once they have interests, who best to get guidance from than somebody who has walked the walk, who has been there, seen the business, how harsh the business is,
Very.
how hard it is to even, get radio played sometimes. Um,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, what are your from a producing perspective, I think, what are your aspirations, moving forward? I mean, even um doing an album again, I mean, where do you see Leroy Scarlett in the next coming years?
Well, to be honest with you, I'm going so hard right now. The sky's the limit.
Mm,
I have so much album unreleased. It's not funny. So I'm trying to get out at least 2 albums every month. Just keep building the catalog.
wow.
Um, so seriously, the sky's the limit for me. I'm not gonna stop making music until the day I die.
If we there's this saying in the UK, a lot of people who do music, they say if you cut me in half, you see music in the middle. That's how deep it is.
Yeah, man. That's the only thing make me happy.
Mm, mm,
Music. When I'm working in the studio, I am super happy.
yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
don't drink, I don't smoke. Music is my love, my hobby, my everything.
Mm, mm. Are you still gonna do the tour? Because I know after you released series one, I think 2020, there was
Yeah.
talk that there will be a tour maybe in the UK.
Yeah,
Um,
we did arrange a tour and we get canceled by COVID. I was
yeah,
supposed to tour with Black Uru and open for them in Europe, 18 shows that get canceled. Then we have Africa. We're supposed to do it on the Easter and then, come back to England. But all that get messed up. So when COVID finished, we just have to restructure ourselves
yeah,
and take the
yeah,
road again.
yeah. No, definitely. I think that would be much due, especially if you keep releasing music. Then it means your shows will be you have a lot to choose from in terms of the fans listening
Yeah.
to some new music. Now, is it true that you're writing something? Some is it just a rumor or
No, it's not a rumor. I'm in the middle of doing this book.
wow.
Trust
Okay.
me, some wonderful story. You never believe it. But I'm gonna
Mm.
save it until the book finishes. I send you a copy.
Ah, yes, please. Yes, please. So there is something cooking in the
Yeah, we're almost there now. All the bits and pieces in, so I'm just waiting to you to say, yeah, okay, we'll finish.
yeah.
Trust me.
Is that for this year?
Stories. Grace Jones.
Ah,
I'm not gonna say yes yet,
Okay.
but I'm open because I swear last year I did want it finished, but then COVID come and start mess up everything, and you know. But
Mm,
I'm not gonna. I would love it to be for this year.
yeah. But it's
It,
a
it, it is not just a book for me. It is more than that for me. You know,
mm,
my whole life, my friends, you know, their life. A lot of it is about Greg Isaac, Frankie Paul. We have even Boy George get mentioned in that book because in the studio I met him in Jamaica, yeah, in Music Mountain with Tyrone, Downey again, Chris
wow.
Stanley. So you know, a lot. It's very deep.
Yeah. This is why I think at the beginning I was saying, all of these stories that you have of all of these, and you mentioned, Grace Jones, Boy
Yeah,
George, and all of those
Billy
artists.
Paul, Millie
And
Jackson,
wow,
you know,
wow.
and the list goes on.
Do you think that not necessarily reggae music? I feel like in terms of the rest of the world, things like dancehall gets a lot of plays, or maybe circular reggae, because I feel like there's a difference between authentic reggae and some of the things that get really popular or part of pop culture. But do you think you've had the um what's the word for it? You've got the recognition
Mhm.
in the music space, or do you think that
No,
that's something you know mm,
no, I don't get that yet, but I'm
yeah,
getting there
yeah,
slowly but surely.
yeah, yeah.
You know, the biggest recognition I get is from this album I just put out, Tribute to the Legends. You
Mm,
know,
mm,
I get some love I did not expect from the biggest newspaper in Jamaica, Miami, in America, all over the place. You know,
mm,
like people just start recognize. You know, but I give thanks still. You know, I know it's a
yeah,
hard road to travel and a mighty long way to go, but you know,
yeah,
Jago give me strength to actually them wake up and see that the work I'm doing, you know, and give me what I deserve.
yeah. Well, I already think that um you know sometimes when people are have so much influence, it's very easy to forget that the people that you have influenced, the music that you have made, the
Mm.
young artists that you are creating, that is, part of your legacy and part of your inspiration. And I'm sure, there's a lot of people that can attest to that. And I think it's important to acknowledge that, you've done so many things in the music industry that I'm having to, learn
All
as
right.
a young one, because it's very easy to listen to music, but when you hear these stories, when you hear who's behind the music, and
Yeah,
you're like,
yeah,
there is so
yeah.
much more than just the lead singer, right? There's so much
Yes,
more than just reggae music. There's a history, a really
it's a long history,
strong history. Would
very
you
long
ever
history.
do a documentary maybe about your life?
I would love to do that.
If the opportunity comes along.
I would love to do that because
Mm,
from the book, the people that were interested, we're talking about a script for a movie because if you ever listen to these things,
mm,
yeah, I'm not just making up story. We have good and bad in the book. We have the gangster bit, we have the street bit, we have the politician time with the gangster,
mm,
we have the gun, we have the. It's very deep.
mm.
It's very deep because I said to myself, you know what? I'm gonna do this, and I'm not gonna hold back. I'm just gonna say it as it is.
Yeah,
My son
yeah,
said to me, "You might get in trouble, you know." I said to him, "Listen, if I'm gonna tell the story, I'm gonna tell it as it is, and whatever happened later, just happen. We'll deal with it."
wow, wow. Keep it
You know? So,
real.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Because some of the times you have to scratch out some people's name and you can't mention, but if you're gonna tell the story, come on,
you
tell
got
the
to tell the real
story.
story. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
That's just me. Some things people just have to know the reality of what's going on, you know,
mm,
because it look good from the outside, but it's not always good.
Mm. What legacy do you want to leave behind?
Wow. I want to leave the strongest piece of legacy I want to leave is, you know, create some great artists.
Mm.
Yeah.
Powerful,
And
yeah.
a huge catalog where people, music alone shall live.
Mm.
Yeah. So music is my only legacy. I don't want to leave land and house and them thing. That, yeah, it's necessity and you need them, but I need to heal some people's soul with some real music.
Yeah.
For me, music is more than music. When I very depressed, I draw for some Luciana.
Mm.
Yeah. And trust me, no matter how hard it is, when we finish listen to my Lucian finish dance, because sometimes I put in the music and dance for 2 hours. Just sing along and dance.
Mm.
And all my troubles and my frustration, that gone. I mean, the bill might don't pay, but the stress on the head gone.
Yeah.
You understand? It's gone.
Priorities.
You know? So those are the kind of things that I would love to do musically, but I want to help more youths though. So this is why I reach out to youths. Dan Dada, you know, we've done an album, I purchased an album with him.
Yeah.
And we're moving to the second one right now. I have a guy in New Zealand who I'm working with at the moment. We have a guy from in Africa, a guy, a place named Guinea.
Yeah.
Yeah, we just started his album. You know, whoever reach out to me and are willing to listen and learn the thing the right way, I'll work with them.
Wow. How do people reach out to you?
Facebook.
Facebook.
Leroy Scarlett. Instagram, Reggae Powerhouse Band. Facebook, Reggae Powerhouse Band. Twitter, Reggae Powerhouse Band. Email, reggaepowerhouseband@gmail.com. You know, so they can find me there.
Wow. Thank you very much for all of that history. I mean, just a brief history. We could go, I'm sure we could stretch a long time if I start asking a bit more questions about those back in the day stories. But let's wait for the book. When the book comes, we should catch up again and I can we can go a little bit deeper. But yeah, thank you so much for being on the show. And you guys, if you haven't listened to it, tribute to the legends gone but not forgotten, with some never before seen before heard tracks from Gregory Isaacs, Frankie Paul, and Dennis Brown. Rest in peace. And what else do you want to promote before you go? I know you're working on a lot of things at the moment, but what should people watch out for?
The new album with Reggae Powerhouse Band and Friends.
Wow.
The album is very powerful. This time will come. I go extra hard with promotion, production. Yeah, because that's the key factor for me.
Yeah.
And linking up with Black Agent, we're doing some real quality stuff. You know, so that album, I know it's gonna be special. That's gonna be a footprint.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's gonna be a footprint. So I have another album coming out, 4 Kings. 4 Luciana, 4 Sister, 4 Capitan, 4 Anthony B.
Wow.
But
wow.
It's okay with that. But you see, the Legend album, like we doing it from scratch. We create the songs, we create the lyrics with the artists. That kind of connection, beautiful. Wait till you hear the album. There's something to hear.
Wow. Wow. I mean, you heard it here, people. Make sure you're following Reggae Powerhouse Band on Instagram, Facebook, everywhere. I'm sure you will announce when those projects are gonna come out and all of the stuff that you're producing.
Okay, you definitely know. We'll stay in touch, man. So thank you for everything. Thank you for this little interview. You know, bless up yourself, and I hope I see you in flesh very soon.
One day I'm coming to Jamaica. I need to experience this.
You're welcome, man. You're welcome to Jamrock.
Yes.
Come, man.
No, God bless you. Thank you so much. Take care.
All right. Bless up yourself, yeah?
Yeah.
My one.
Bye-bye.